Next on the agenda...
Hi, that's what I'll make tonight. Grew up together after all. We go!
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Fate is called as such, for it cannot
You
be
seem
changed.
tired.
Nor
Would you
can
like
it
some
be
tea?
reversed.
I'll brew you some.
It can only
Do you
but
take
be
sugar?
accepted.
1 cube or 2? Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Divination is about precisely foretelling one's written destiny. Over-embellishing that fate only leads to misconception.
Onwards! We have work to do.
Wind Strider.
Step your mortal authority! Fisher!
Wind and Cloud. Wind Strider.
Barely a scratch!
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
I swear by my sword!
Today, you witness your reckoning!
Barbados, guide us.
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain! You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not! Experience an eon of suffering!
Hear me.
Lapis, I am sorry.
Clouds high. The bird
As a dutiful matron,
Back to the Earth! From rock to dust, sooner or later.
I swear by my sword!
Will not absolve you!
So many regrets.
Everyone has their limits.
Crumble! To dust! Come, experience an eon of suffering. Shifting sands know not the mountain's permanence. Crumble! The enraged. I will not be destroyed.
Ka!
I can... Next on the agenda...
Go as planned!
Time to scout. More speed.
Leave it to me. The threads of your fate lie in my hands.
What's our objective?
What's your battle plan? Shut up! Crush! Freeze to the core! Beg for mercy! Crush! More speed! Touché! Good grief! Shut up! Crush! Shudder! Barbados! Guide us! Go as one! Go as one! Go as one! More speed. Go as one. Beg for mercy. No touching! Born of ice and frost.
Crush!
More speed.
Rack and ruin!
Come on! Focus! Access denied. More speed.
Vengeance will be mine! Beg for mercy! Crush!
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? He said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets he still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Aw, don't mention it, partner. Travel buddies are supposed to look out for one another. Although, oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to understanding this whole mystery. Well, we've ruled out two gods. Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was... Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already! Atsuko in Liyue Harbor! Let's see what she has to say.
Oh. Hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right? Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well...
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the...
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. My rations and freshwater supplies soon ran out, and I remember getting to the point where I was sure I'd reached the end. Then, I blacked out. But, to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. Or to put it another way, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods...
What a horrible journey! And you...
Well...
Kanjo Commission?
Along with the other two commissions, one of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission... Meanwhile, it doesn't feel... What I mean to say is, unless you have an... And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. Most Outlanders would be unable to acquire the documentation needed. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try. That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma, voyaging far...
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently...
Then there's no time to lose! Let's go find Captain Beidou! Stretching. Born of ice and frost. Next on the agenda.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Fatuian Osile, right? Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing, it's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of...
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the cloud...
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never... The Crux Clash is a There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability. So, you've got 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. And with Liyue's sake...
But...
Well, before you dismiss, get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there a masterless...
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be...
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exception. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah,
Inazuma?
Well, why didn't... In that case, if you win...
you just want her to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through...
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do this tournament if we want to get to Inazuma.
Great.
It seems like...
More speed. Beg for mercy. Shudder. Beg for mercy.
Go with fun! Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Hello?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. Then allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard her.
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Chihu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit.
Uh-huh. Also...
What? You... Not to mention, they tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the... I stood my ground, of course. I told you. I'm not saying I came out complete...
Uh-huh. But for us, all right.
I'll see you in the arena, but I don't plan on...
Beto said that they had to be renewed. Hi there. Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for honing your skills. That's what our master... But this tournament is more than just a chance to put training into practice. It's also a chance for us to obtain...
Exactly. With a...
This master of yours must be...
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan, and his skills are unparalleled. Liang and I... You probably... He's got to be a grand master or something. He's... To the Lingshan clan, he teaches us...
Force disperse capsule.
It's a type of for example.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into...
It sure is, but it's
We're clear...
There's a tuition fee?
Of course.
But recently, though?
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too...
Well, we have...
Exactly. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash, too? If so, seems I found myself another new...
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think I could walk away as a... For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece in the... No, I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful business ventures. In most people's eyes, I am already the very embodiment of the perfect person. Though, of course, I'd never let the praise get to my head. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice, concentrating... You don't mince your words, do you? The arena. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another
Jake's a
guy
village
who's
arm
just
wrestling champion, huh?
really average.
All right, you're signed up. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
I trust you are aware that, only those without visions can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary. You walk into the most dangerous situations imaginable, face up...
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a... it's just a format. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah, and also a dragon, too. Put down, battle...
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling... Right, your registration is complete. A great hero.
Oh, we're not...
There's another prize, too? Oh, first...
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as in a...
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance, then? Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin.
Hey, so even though you don't have a vision, most people in... So, Paimon? In any case, looking at the competition, it should... All right, it's showtime! You got...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style.
Impressive.
Well, so come on.
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase the... You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but, you know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liyue's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with... Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you... So, I'm putting...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers! See...
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level...
To be fair...
All right, We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to be...
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. Your opponent has fought... You may well be stronger than him. Very well. Show me that you are...
All right.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the Dark Horse. I do not doubt your abilities, but
Relax! My girl's at the...
Okay, follow me.
What you got?
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the Dark Horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they...
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters. Only in...
Wow! Now that's true strength talking.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with me again. I will be stronger next time.
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're so don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the third round. Shame.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way...
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. He is a formidable opponent. Quick on his feet and I faltered. Given my step... Still,
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood all over the place. His opponent was... Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not... Don't even get me started. I spent all my... I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise, I'd never hear the end of it. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment.
Oh, all right then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. I could sense that, but you were quick to adapt. and managed to... In fact, I did...
I guess not using your elemental powers.
We wanted to ask...
Not exact. As for the guy, what's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. I haven't
yeah.
It is true. I do not mean given your
Hang on.
Gathering besides...
You betcha. Wait a second. We never told you that we've been to Mondstadt.
Does one not leave a trail when traveling through the wild? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. I sense that many things about you elude me still. Come with me. Some post-match entertainment is in order. Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met. You've known all along.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use elemental skills even in the heat of a match. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism at play. I mean these things in the truest sense possible. Since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. I hear the breath of the wind, and the whispers of... It is things of this nature that I also hear from within you.
As crazy as all that sounds, somehow...
My humble abilities are negligible compared to your incredible... To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent. Like that of some
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Somehow, she just Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet Of course, I too shall share with... Now then.
I condemn you! Touché! Crush! More speed! Shudder! Good grief!
Genshin!
Wind, hear me!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach, even with your opponent's speed. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you for the opportunity to witness your command of the elements. The world is a truly mysterious place, it seems.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions, but don't you already have your own?
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the gods. And what influences the gods' decision to grant humans these visions. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 Archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, not to mention, with no new electrovisions having been granted for such...
She sounds less like an Archon and more like a tyrant.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly care... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you in...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to... Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that Paimon forgot all about...
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the 2 final... Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face.
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semi-final. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant... Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
let me see. It's gone all right. The vision...
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare do such a thing?
We don't know when it was taken exactly. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit... The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look...
Well, if you insist. I'll leave the matter to you. I'll stay here.
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on...
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming.
Huh? A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see, shortly.
Crush! Yeah. Beg for mercy. Shudder!
Can't run from death.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Intruders! They're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Dodge this!
I got careless.
Crush!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Go as planned!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could act it.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled. Additionally, in other words,
you...
But it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting contest was full of a bunch of lousy fighters.
Aha! So you were supposed to be our opponent!
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone all along. But then you showed up. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no... I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape. Drat. I know an empty threat when I hear fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate once I took it anyway. It's nothing but a useless...
You know, according to the laws of the sea...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item... It seems that it...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need...
I never would have guessed you could be so... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
What are you trying to do?
Ha! Go as planned!
Flood of frost! Beg for mercy.
I'll have my revenge, eventually.
No, no! Do what you want, but please, don't brand my
He has persevered to the bitter end, and now death looms near. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you.
No, no.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it.
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all... When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing... Yes. From the moment he I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales. After seeing you command... Come, why don't you give it a try? I see. So you are... No matter. This was a...
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. a solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done, but as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling...
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying, all right then, it's time we returned. Allow me to...
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe she went...
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux Clash got out of hand this time and has attracted her attention. Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed off to Liyue Harbor.
It's not unusual for those two to be at odds.
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been looking forward to it for quite some time.
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize. In which case, the Crux Clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified, and our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved.
Yes, I believe so. But the voyage to Inazuma... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to... Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be...
Ad Astra Abyssal.
When you're high up,
Ad Astra.
everyone can hear your voice.